So, you've probably seen all the headlines about the superstar players heading to Saudi Arabia, right? But what if I told you the real revolution, the game changing stuff, is happening completely behind the scenes? Today, we're diving into the master plan, a blueprint that's not just about buying talent, but about building it from the absolute ground up.
And this quote right here from head of coaching Eddie Newton, it just says it all. I mean, just think about that for a second. You're a coach in your own country, and your main job becomes translating. That's the problem, the core issue that this whole Road to Pro program was designed to fix. It's about way more than football. It's about restoring pride and creating a real pathway for local talent. So, a problem that big, how do you even start to tackle it? Well, you don't just hire a manager. You bring in an architect. The Saudi Pro League knew they needed someone who had a history of building championship-level structures, and boy, did they find one. And that architect, his name is Michael Emenalo. I mean, just look at this track record. We're talking about the guy who was the technical director at Chelsea during a period where they won the Champions League and 3 Premier League titles. Then he goes to Monaco, a club famous for developing world-class talent. This isn't just hiring a director, it's a massive statement. They brought in a proven empire builder.
And this quote from Emanalo himself, it's the entire philosophy in one sentence. It's not about choosing between big-name signings or developing local talent. It's about using one to supercharge the other. The idea is that excellence is contagious. You bring in the best in the world, you raise the bar for everyone, and that's how your local talent rises to meet that new elite standard.
Okay, so you've got the vision, you've got the leader. But a vision is just a dream without a plan, right? So how do you actually make it happen? Well, that brings us to the blueprint itself, the Road to Pro program. And let me tell you, you can forget everything you think you know about old school coaching courses. This is a complete 360-degree approach to creating a modern football leader. It's not just about drawing plays on a whiteboard. It's about psychology. It's about deep diving into analytics. It's about thinking like a scout and a CEO when it comes to recruitment. This is about building the complete package. But look, anyone can talk a good game in a classroom, right? The real test is pressure. And that's what truly sets this program apart. It's designed to take these coaches out of the textbook and throw them right into the fire. And this slide just breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have the classroom learning, the workshops, the theory, but on the other side, you're in the hot seat. Can you imagine having to sit in a mock job interview and defend your entire football philosophy to Michael Emenalo himself? Or having to face a room full of reporters after a simulated disastrous loss? This is where you find out who can really handle the heat. And listen to this from Eddie Newton. He does not pull any punches. The standards are incredibly high. This isn't a thanks for showing up kind of course. It's pass or fail. You don't get through one module. Your journey ends right there. It's a system designed to make sure that only the absolute best, the most prepared, make it all the way through. Now, to help guide these coaches through such an intense, high-stakes process, they're using a tool that is, well, it's pretty futuristic. This is where cutting-edge tech meets elite mentorship. I mean, think about the challenge here. How do you give every single person in the program constant, personalized, world-class feedback? There just aren't enough top-level mentors to go around to do that 24/7. It seems like an impossible problem to scale, unless you think outside the box. And their answer is an AI mentor. Now, before you start thinking about robots taking over, hold on. This isn't about replacing the human element. Think of it more like a perfectly honest training partner. It's a tool that can listen to you, analyze your performance without any bias, and give you brutally honest, data-driven feedback to help you get better. So here's how it works. The coach is in that mock interview, and the AI is listening, analyzing their answers against the very principles that Eddie Newton teaches. But here's the brilliant part. It doesn't just grade you. It gives you targeted feedback and a safe space to practice, to try again, to refine your answers before you face the real assessment. It's a cycle of practice, feedback, and improvement. Okay, but creating a handful of elite coaches is one thing. The true ambition of Road to Pro is so much bigger. This is about taking this idea and sparking an entire national movement. And this is where it gets really wild. This whole program isn't being kept behind closed doors. They are taking it public in a huge way. We're talking national roadshows, traveling the country, and, get this, a primetime TV talent show for football coaches. Just think about the power of that for a second. Instead of coaching being some obscure background job, it's suddenly front and center on national television. They're turning these development journeys into compelling stories.
The goal? To change the culture, to make coaching a respected, cool, aspirational career, to inspire the next kid to be not just a great player, but a great tactical mind.
So what's the end game here? What does this all add up to? Well, it's all about planting a seed and having the patience to watch a forest grow.
They're starting small, like really small. The very first group will only have 6 to 10 coaches. And you know what? That's smart. It's about quality over quantity. They want to perfect the model, to get the formula exactly right with this elite group before they even think about expanding. Because that long-term vision is absolutely massive. The plan is to take this perfected, gold standard model and have it cascade down through the entire football system in the country. We're talking about creating a unified coaching identity, a shared DNA that connects a youth team all the way up to the senior national team. And that really is the big question, isn't it? While the rest of the world is focused on the big player signings, maybe the real story, the more profound one, is this: a long-term, strategic investment in people. A meticulous plan to build a sustainable, world-class football culture from the inside out. Could this be the blueprint that truly changes a nation's place in the world of football? The plan is in motion. Now we watch.